Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be talking about this today. As you've seen, as per the topic, I'm going to be talking about things that I wish I knew before I became pregnant. Yeah, so first of all, before we start and before we dive in, I would just want to say that this is my experience and also a few of my friends and women that I've met who are pregnant as well. So I hope that nobody takes offense because there are some of the points that are going to be a bit heavy, but it is what it is. So let's dive in. Yes. So number one, I'd like to say that for all the pregnant women out there, first, congratulations, and second, these points are mostly going to be for the general public. Like, don't take this and feel like maybe because this is not happening to me, maybe I'm different, or like I've not experienced this, so maybe something wrong. No, don't do that. Every pregnancy is different, as I always say. Yeah, so let's get started for real this time. Okay, so number one, I wish I knew that with pregnancy comes anxiety. Yeah, and it's not because of the fact that, oh, okay, you're pregnant, now you know that you're pregnant, so like you're shocked or anything like that. It's just what can I say, the things that come with it, like it's not all sunshine. There are different emotions that go through you, especially if you hadn't planned it, yeah, and you're not planning for it. And even if you are, because I have met people who are actually planning for it, and they still say that they also went through this. Like, it's just it's just a feeling of not knowing, what to expect next, even if you have been a mom before. And like, you have to worry about different things around your life. It comes with a lot of emotional, physical, yeah, actually just emotional and physical anxiety. Like, those first few weeks, you just not like 100%. You're just a bit worried every time you're just sitting somewhere. You're like, is everything okay? Is the baby feeling good? Am I doing the right thing? Like, you might even just sit funny and be like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't sit like this because I might hurt the baby. So it comes with a lot of that. Yeah. Number two, there is a lot of hormonal and emotional changes that goes through a woman's body. I wish I knew that, because yes, I knew there's hormones, but you're never really, you never really know how it is until you're there. And it's such a roller coaster. Like, I can say personally that it was such a roller coaster. Like, today you're feeling like this, you're okay, or you're sad. Tomorrow you're feeling, you have a totally different feeling. On this other day you're feeling, I don't know how, as in emotionally it's just a crazy thing. And that's why you hear, like, you look around and you'll hear people joking and saying that, she's pregnant, no wonder she's being hormonal. But do you really know? Like, and I'm actually shocked that you will even find a woman talking that way about another woman. And it's not funny. It's not, because this person is going through something, and it's not even about you. So, like, don't comment about such things, because either you have an idea and you're just being ignorant, and like, you're judging someone, or you're just being mean. Because it's crazy for that person to be going through that emotional and hormonal imbalance period, but then you're coming to point it out and be like, oh, come on, really? No. So yes, I wish I also knew that. And the hormonal and the emotional thing also affects, like, the people around you. You find that you're just, sometimes you might have an attitude towards someone and it's out of nowhere. You know how, like, as for women, like, when you experience PMS and you just have this weird feeling towards someone. Now you can imagine when you're pregnant, it comes like that, and then it's maybe just towards one person, and it's like through the whole time. It's it's so crazy because someone just starts wondering, did I do something to offend you? Well, they actually didn't offend you in any way. It's just that there's something going on inside you that is making you not like them. And it's not like you love them or you like them, but you just don't feel like being around them. It's crazy, I know. I don't know how to explain it. So it affects it really, this emotional and hormonal thing can affect friendships, it can affect relationships, even like an intern, like you and your partner, it can really just come in and destroy things, so you really have to watch out for that. I wish I knew that part, because though even if you know, like, it's just a heads up, because even if you really can't control it, the much you can do is maybe just know that it's there. Yeah. Number 3, I wish I knew the number of food restrictions that are out there. Like I always thought it's just maybe sushi, raw fish, and alcohol. Yeah. Until you get there, then there's a whole list. Like even the apps that I have that guide me during this pregnancy period have a place where you can search and check what you can eat. Can you imagine? There are so many things that you're not allowed to indulge in. So like during this period, you're just there. Then leave alone the food restrictions that are already there. You now find that you have food aversions. So first you have the food restrictions, then you have the food aversions. That leaves you with what? Maybe chocolate and water and fruits, and sometimes you don't even want the fruits. I know for sure, like, I really just never want green stuff like kale, like spinach. I just can't stand it. Like even when I have to eat it, I just have to eat it like in big chunks so that I just finish it and I'm done with it. So it's just so crazy. You always are, like, in the beginning I remember I was always googling and checking, am I allowed to eat this when I'm pregnant? Am I allowed to drink this when I'm pregnant? Because like even there's like caffeine, you're supposed to really reduce on that. It gets to a point you're like, you know what? I'm not going to finish myself off starving just because it's written, I don't know where. Someone even told me not to have pineapples and what, and you can actually have pineapples, so just make sure you do your research the right way. Yeah. Okay. Another point, there is so much information out there about what a pregnant woman should and should not do. Let me tell you, you are going to hear everything when you're pregnant. From, I don't know, you can't sleep on your right side, you can't sleep on your back, you can't sleep at some point. Someone is about to tell you, no, don't sleep, because like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't. To some point, like, your mind is just running. You're wondering, okay, so what am I supposed to do? So what I can say is that just what works for you, let that work for you, because you can stress yourself wondering, googling, listening to other people's opinion. Well, really, some of the things don't really add up. For example, I started being told that I couldn't sleep on my back, like, from my first trimester. So I had already started stressing out and sleeping on my side, and then my hips start aching. And it's really more about your body just automatically tells you when you're uncomfortable. For example, if you're sleeping on your right side and you start feeling discomfort, and like, your body is just going to tell you, it's going to communicate. That's what I realized. Every time I'm in a position where my body does, like, it's not good for my body or the baby, I automatically turn. It just comes naturally to someone. So do your research and let what works for you work for you, or ask your doctor. Otherwise you're going to be told everything. You're going to start writing a book because you can't even keep up with all the information that you're being given, and then it's just going to stress you for nothing. Yeah. So let's move to the next point. This is something that really surprised me, because I always used to think about it and wonder how I would be able to do it. This point is how I wish I knew how easy it is to actually drop alcohol. If you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me wherever, if you've met me, if we've hung out, you know how much I love my glass of wine. Yeah. So when I got pregnant, like the day I tested, I actually, like that evening, because we weren't sure, because the line was very faint, so we really weren't sure, and I had like a whole bottle of wine in the house, and my partner was like, since you're not sure, you can have a glass of wine, it's really not a problem. Even if you're pregnant, there are women who actually drink. But it's like my mind was already set on the, like, I already knew that I was pregnant in some way. So I actually I actually put the wine in the glass, and I tried to even have a sip, but then I just couldn't. So I was really surprised. And even this whole time, I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss having my glass of wine with my red meat. Like I really have a love and a passion for pairing my wine with food, with chocolate, with what. But I was so surprised at how easy it was for me to drop it. And I'm really proud of myself, because I always used to think like I would really struggle with that, but it was pretty easy. And the reason I'm actually even talking about this is because I got a few questions about it, and some of my friends are really surprised when I say I actually don't indulge, because I just don't want to. It's just not something that I feel like I need. And I wish I knew that I wouldn't have stressed about it before. Yeah, the other one is, I wish I knew how uncomfortable it is to be in tight clothes when you're pregnant. Let me tell you, you see women wearing like yoga pants, you see them wearing jeans, you see them wearing like tight tops, and you're like, oh, okay, you look nice. But that didn't work for me at all. I just could not, I just can't. I cannot stand it. I usually feel like I'm being restricted. I can't breathe, Then every time I actually wear like something tight around my belly, my baby just starts kicking. I think my baby also just really doesn't like it when I have something restricting me around my belly. So things like wired bras, things like jeans, things like, what else did I like wearing that was tight? Bodysuits. Like I even had to just pack them and put them away somewhere I can't see them, because even just the sight of them. Yeah, so now I had to invest in more sports bras. I had to invest in big t-shirts, or I wear my partner's. I had to invest in diras. I wish I knew that. I would have bought more loose fitting clothes even way before, because there are some pretty nice loose fitting clothes even for people who are not pregnant. I think I just really had a thing for tight clothes. Yeah. Okay. Here is the one that is going to make people pause the video and even stop watching for a minute. Okay. I wish I knew how many times people are going to make comments about my body, what I'm supposed to be doing about my body. Comments like, you're not showing like other women. Comments like, you're growing big. Comments like, you're not yet even tired. Like, really, like, let me tell you, I cannot even count the number of times I've told someone, oh, I'm so tired. Then someone is like, how many weeks are you? Only this. You're not even tired. Ngoja, hata hujasikia anything. Then you're like, so are you helping me, or are you trying, like what is that statement supposed to do exactly? Another statement like, oh, pregnancy is the easiest part. Even I don't even know why you're complaining. It's not complaining, first of all. It's just voicing how I'm feeling. Let me tell you, people just need to learn how to listen and comment without belittling someone else's comment, or belittling, if you see me, if you are meeting me before I even got pregnant, I don't think you would meet me, then you start telling me, hey, look at you, you look like you've lost weight, or you look like you've gained weight. You would just meet me and you'd hug me and you'd be like, oh, hi, how have you been? But no, it's not. It's, look at you, oh my god, hey, you've added weight. Hey, you're not adding weight, Kwani, the baby is not growing. Stop it. That is not cool. That is so rude to comment on. Like, you don't even know what this person is struggling with. You know, you've not, like, if you need to comment, just say something like, oh, you know, you really look amazing. You know, that's a good enough comment. If you know me and we've been talking about like how I'm feeling about my body, that's fine. That's a very different case. But you've not seen me for the longest time, then you want to come and now tell me how, like, first of all, you're growing big is a comment or a compliment for kids, like 6-year-olds. They love being told that they're growing big, you know. But for a woman who's, first of all, dealing with her body changing, not cool. No. X. Okay? So let me not go so much into that, because I can write and I can talk till YouTube just decides to shut me out. Okay? Let's go to the next point. I wish I knew how tough it would be to see my body change during this period. Like, you know that your body is going to change and you expect it, but you're never ready. Like, you'll see your body changing step by step, and you can see, yeah, like the stomach is growing, and you can feel yourself getting heavy, but it does not prepare you like the whole way. To some point, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen, but it's still tough because it's such a big change in such a short time, you know. And it's just tough, I guess. It's just tough. So the people up there in my previous comment telling you how, oh, you know, you don't even know what's coming next, those people are not helping. Yeah. Okay, another thing is that I wish I knew how much pregnancy would change my social life. This is mainly towards the fact that, for example, I can't hang around people who are indulging in alcohol. I can't hang around people who are shouting. There's some things that really just get to me. So I find that now I have been reduced to like just chilling with very specific people and family only, you know. So that obviously has had an impact on my social life, but you know, it's just for a short time. But I wish I knew that, like, you know, like that's a thing. Another thing that I wish I knew was how your financial outlook changes. You know, like now I have a mini me to think about. You know, I have to, like, every decision that I'm making right now revolves around that. You know, before when you're alone, you're just Kesha, you know, yeah, we'll go get that money, we'll go grind. But now it's actually like, you know, like it's on, I would say, you know, like it's just a different level of understanding and just the drive that comes with knowing that you're going to be responsible for a small human being is crazy. You know, it's not crazy like in a bad way. It's actually an amazing thing. I love it because I feel like it's actually pushed me to become a better person. Yeah. The other point is that pregnancy can affect your relationship positively or negatively. And by relationship, I mean your partner, the person that you're with, the person that you made this baby with. And, you know, like you have to be very, I'd say, keen on how you communicate, because I feel like I didn't know that my hormones and my anxiety, you know, and like all these changes were going on with me, but they're not going on with my partner. You see, I've become a totally different person because I'm going through so many things emotionally, physically, but he's not changed. Like, he's the same person he's been throughout, you see. So there is that obviously comes with a bit of strain, because, you know, like you're not the same people anymore. Like the woman is not the same person anymore, so there's bound to be some clashing. So you, like, I wish I knew that part. And of course now, you know, like now we're much better at handling things that, you know, like are thrown at us, especially due to my hormones and due to, you know, my extraness. But I'm just saying, you know, like just really know how to communicate during this time, because it can get out of control. You know, some of my friends call me and, you know, like they're going through stuff, you know, because they're not really just they're not on the same page because you're totally emotional and hormonal, and this person is like, why are you being like this, you know? And they're not understanding. So you have to find a middle ground where you calm down as a woman, and you know that you might be, you know, hormonal and emotional. So calm down and listen, and this other person also should understand that, you know, this person is also going through a hormonal time. So, you know, let me calm down and also I try to understand them. Yeah, the balance is very important. Then the last point, and it's actually like my favorite. I know this, what I wish I knew points are a bit, they're not all positive. They're a bit heavy, like, you know, but that's why it's I wish I knew. Yeah, but this one is the best. I wish I knew how amazing it would feel after some time. Like, you feel like a superwoman, you know. Like, guys, right now I have two heartbeats in one body. As in, that's just mind blowing. First of all, it's superhuman, you know. It's not normal. And the fact that you're actually growing a human being inside you is just the most magical thing ever, you know. So I find that sometimes I just sit and I'm just in awe, because it's just amazing. It's such a beautiful thing. It's such a blessing. As in, this is the best part, you know. And now getting to learn that this is not even the best yet. Like, when you actually give birth to this person, that's the one that just, you know, takes your breath away. So I can't wait for that, you know. Yeah, so I think for me so far, that's what I wish I knew before I got pregnant. Obviously I'm just midway into my pregnancy, so I'm probably gonna learn a few more tips here and there, and I'm definitely gonna be number one here on YouTube to talk about them and to share them with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like it, share it with your friends, share it with someone who's pregnant. Remember to subscribe, remember to follow me on Instagram and show me some love and say what's up. Yeah, so yeah, thank you so much. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening. Yeah, bye bye.